Greetings. This is a video of the Bunk window install process in these van speed capsules, as well as where I got stuck with a leak that I still don't know how to fix.
Hey, River.
So these are Bunk windows. The first one's there, and I'm just doing a paper test so I can illustrate this concept of if you were to upholster behind this trim ring before you put the window in, it would look like that, and if you were upholster after, it would look like that. Your thumb would be on the outside. I'm choosing the upholster after route, but if you have thoughts or ideas on that, please let me know. The other thing I noticed was that this window and trim ring doesn't fit super well in this opening. That made me really nervous about leakage, and in fact, the other one has a leak that at the time of this voiceover recording, I still haven't fixed. Fortunately, it's very minor, so I'm not that worried about it going into the rainy season, but it's still on the list of things to fix. Okay, so looking at our measurements here, we have about a centimeter of overlap, and then we have about 4 millimeters of gap space, and that's the concerning piece. So what I would recommend is you get some other caulk that you like, or silicone of your choice, and you create your own caulk gasket for this window. And I went ahead and did that and put it on both the trim ring on the inside and the outside to help prevent leaks of this window, while also not blocking there's drain holes, and those should be pretty apparent, so I didn't want to block those. So that is what I did, and I did a better job on the other one than this one. This was the first one I did. This one got caulked retroactively after I filled the gaps after I put this trim ring on, and that's just what I did. Another mistake I made here was I used an impact drill, and I was breaking these screw heads off like So one thing about these flares, so this one max comes out about 4 inches. This one's about 3 inches, 8 centimeters. I think this one could have gone to 4 inches no problem on the 170 Sprinter, because you don't have to worry about the door, you know. Meaning on a 140 this needs to clear the door, but on a 170 goes right up to the door slider there, but you know, it's close to 7 centimeters away from the door. Now that we got those specs out of the way, and just a general overview of the size of the capsules after they're installed, well, we're going to do some more caulking. We got some black silicone and a new caulk gun. It's not as hard as the the stuff we used to glue the capsule on, which is nice. And we're just filling this gap so that water will not get in this gap and potentially form a leak point within this bunk window. So we're doing a bit of a fill and smooth sort of action, and that is our approach. Let's watch that in a slightly faster time lapse so you can get a better idea of what it's going to look like. So first we're filling the channel, and we're doing all the sides except the very bottom, because I'm not worried about water coming up from the bottom. Water's going to fall with gravity down. So we're just designing this for, and it's not a submarine, so we don't have to worry about that, right? So just water falling vertically or from the sides. We're cleaning this up with this cool little tool that came with the caulk gun I bought, and making that look real nice. Now, one thing I would have done to improve this was use masking tape or painter's tape to get even cleaner lines. Instead, I had to go back and rub that extra caulk right off that surface. And you might not have to do that if you use tape to clean it up. Okay, this is me on the other side doing the same thing again, filling this gap with black silicone. And I'm so glad I used matte black again for the paint of the capsule, because everything matches easy to that primary color. Once I finished the exterior, it was time to move into the interior. Now, when I was using that Sawzall to cut open these windows, these body panels separated, the glue that was holding them separated. Now, you can find that exact glue on McMaster-Carr's website and use it, but I just went ahead and used some of this caulk because I'm going to use spray foam insulation, which is going to be a glue of its own. And I didn't feel the need to use the exact thing Mercedes did when I know that in the future I'm going to use something that's going to do a better job of holding these body panels together. However, I had the extra caulk in the gun, so I just went ahead and used it. And now I'm just putting some paint, getting some happy trees. Just kidding, this is just black paint over the JB Weld epoxy that I used to fix the screws that I broke because I used an electronic drill when I should have used a Phillips head screwdriver to put these screws in. A little snapshot of the future. That is all Baltic birch sheets of plywood from Macbeth's in Berkeley, California. It was 25% off when I got it, and I bought a lot of it for this project.
All right, you ready?
Okay, now for the water tests of our windows. First
Good
one,
job.
didn't leak a drop. Second one, leaked some drops right next to the closure in the bottom right hand side, and I'm not 100% sure why that was happening. You can see I'm feeling along the outside edges of the trim ring for any water, and the capsule itself, not feeling any drops, so that's a good thing. No major leaks, just this tiny little minor one where the water is ingressing into the gutter. The trim ring forms on the interior right there. Sorry, the filming is just not good. I should have used a tripod, but I was concerned about the water leak, and the cinematography suffered as a result. I don't know how to fix this water leak. What I thought it might be happening because the van's tilted in the driveway, but it wasn't happening on the other side. Before I got to that part of my thinking process, I went ahead and dabbed up this water with a towel and a putty knife. So I dried it all out, and then I went and I drilled some extra drain holes as a troubleshooting step right in the area on the exterior where this water was coming in. Okay, we're sideways now, but you're going to get a closer view of me drilling holes very slowly and gently into this outside area. So I'm creating 2 small drain holes so that water doesn't have to drain in that little slot next to the drill bit in the center of the screen. So I didn't want this surface tension of the water droplets to just stick it to the first hole, and that's why I put 2 holes in, so that there would be more airflow to reduce that surface tension and hopefully increase draining. But we can see water draining out as soon as I drilled the first hole. So I went ahead and drilled another one. We'll use editing to make that go pretty quickly. So the issue is the van's not level. It's tilted on its side. That would be level. So you can kind of see how non-level it is. And so the water pools over there in that corner. Those are the drain holes we added. See the water draining out of those. Let's go on the inside and see if we see any water. Oh, water's still coming in. That's a bummer. Okay, I have to think about that. This side is not leaking. You can see some standing water in there. So I wonder if this trim ring is just tensioned enough more, and there's maybe caulk on the... I don't know why this one's not leaking. This is my stopping point on this video. I've showed my install, and I've also showed where I got stuck fixing that water leak. So if you have any ideas on troubleshooting steps or mitigation measures I could take to address that small water leak where it's coming into the window on that bunk window on the driver's side, please let me know in the comments below. And if I find a solution that works, I'll update the description of this video or make another video documenting what that is so that the community can have it if someone out there has the same issue I have in the future and can use the same solution. In any case, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you around.